Our damage is now very low, and we also get stun locked repeatedly by his jumping attacks. After a thankful recovery, we finally finish him off. We can now grab Blood Gem Workshop, which will come in handy here unlike the cannon run, but not yet as we will only be using Arcane Gems or Nourishing Gems, which we can't get for a while. We now open the ward to Cathedral Door, and then return to the Dream to level up Arcane to 17. I could have farmed for shards before Father Gascon, but I opted to wait this time until we were in Cathedral Ward, because there's a lot of them just readily available here, and thus we quickly upgrade to +3. Now, I sort of teased earlier that the range of the projectiles is not as good as you might think. Well, here's a great example as we try to blast off fuel of a trail. I've got a lot of shots in this one, stretching the distance. Thankfully, our old friend here isn't as durable as he thinks he is when he decided to try no rope bungee jumping. But now, I want to see some great damage. Yeah, that was a fully charged up projectile and a counter 128 damage. Blood-starved beast walked off our damage and then feasted. At least one of us isn't starving for damage. This was a slow battle of attrition. As we know, the beast has 3,460 HP. Projectiles do about 100 damage each, so we're going to get the job done. So of course blood bullets were required, and that's not even accounting for annoying misses like this. The only advantage I had was being able to maintain some modicum of distance to avoid the poison in the final phase, but finishing off this beast was far from quick. In the end, I was able to keep the pressure on, somehow avoid choking, and land a final blast as it was about to spew its juices.
I saved hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Experience the thrill. I can go that. Play now.
The World 5 value of the divided enemies. If you return the World 5 value of the development. Hello everyone, my name is Sanankia, and welcome to a quick guide on how and where to get the Moonlight Greatsword in Demon Souls. So, first of all, travel to World 5, value of the development, second area where the Great Swamp is. There, play through the level straightforward normally until you encounter these snail-type enemies. If you turn to your left, you can see an item glowing there. That's where the sword is, and you need to cut it down. But before we do that, I would recommend dealing with these snail enemies that are on the ground first. But be careful. You might think these enemies are super easy, and they are, but in bigger groups they can easily combo you out. So be careful. As you can see in the footage, when you have dealt with all of the snails on the ground, go back and continue the level on.
Change with the remake? I mean, I know you're supposed to hide behind the pillars, but it feels like the boss notices me before I can even hit the second rubble pile, and kills me every time. I even went out of my way to purchase the invisibility spell, and throw on the thief ring in hopes that the dragon god wouldn't be able to see. I mean, this works for one hero boss, so I think it work for this boss too. Yeah, no, wishful thinking, I'm afraid. Apparently, the dragon god can smell me from a mile away, and knows exactly where I'm hiding. Add another body to the growing pile. To add to the confusion, Dragon God appears to have gotten a lot glitchier than I remember as well, literally plucking me up out of the arena with his big old grippers. Am I going crazy? I feel like I'm going crazy. It's this particular pile right here. I don't know why, but the run from it to the is longer than it should be. Dragon God always aggros before I can get back. What I try. I got stuck there for over an hour. An hour. This was supposed to be the easiest boss in the game. Why am I did all sorts of testing with the boss? Attacking less times, only moving when his head was looking the other way, everything bigger. You would guess is that the combined problem with my weapon has basically zero range and very small damage, making it so that I can't clear the rubble in time. Or I'm not that's all possibility, I suppose. Honestly, after banging my head against the wall for another 30 minutes, if you rush in and attack the wall, then run all the way back to the start of the puzzle, his attack misses you. Turns out he has bad tracks and doesn't follow you when you hit. He just punches the zone. Has it always been like this? Am I dumb? Oh god, I'm dumb, aren't I? Well, it's a good thing to do that trick, because after an hour of being stuck on the same piece of rubble, I got greedy and instantly died to dragon fire. Guess we get to test that theory again. But good news! Now, for no reason in particular, I can actually make it back to the column safely before the boss notices I'm there. Excuse me for a minute. Okay, I feel better now. Chances are, this was one of those times where I just needed to put the game down, do something else for a few hours, and come back to it with a fresh mindset. It's actually upsetting how often that works. Time to finish this travesty of a boss fight. Magic weapon up, Dragon God down. With that, World 2 is complete, and we've defeated our first target. Which means we now have access to Step 3 if we want it. Which I very much. You see, there's a special something at the end of 1-3 that would make our build even stronger than it already is. It might be hard to obtain, but we've got to try. But, maybe try harder than that guy did. The enemies here aren't overly difficult, and they all drop strong healing herbs. So even if this excursion doesn't work out, at least we'll restock that healing. There become plenty of points of intimidation. But can you fight an enemy? Didn't think so. Come back when you're older, kid. I'll poke your eye out. Huh.
What's a ligmatic wiggling?
Deadly if with the right combination and locations. But you know what? That's okay. There's actually a few items that I skipped over in my excitement, and I should probably level up a bit more before tackling 1-3 anyway. I grabbed the silver bracelets, increase the amount of souls you get for make my way over the prison bridge to collect the clever rat's ring, which is always good to have in case they get desperate, and bump into Tier 3 Thomas over here. Trouble already found you, my friend.
Simple. In trade,
Speaking of trouble, who's this joker? What do you think this is? You trying to beat me at my own game? Huh? Anywho, time to face off against the fool's idol. Yeah, I called her the false idol last time, I know. I was hours into a crossbow-only run. That was some slack. I take a moment to collect the second-to-last dagger in the game, the baby's nail, which is completely worthless, but fun to have. Then take the idol down to below half health before the fight has even officially begun. Well, if this fight is going to be that easy, I might as well test the theory that a bunch of comments. Apparently, you can tell if one of the idols floating around is a clone or not by locking on. You see a health bar? It's a clone. And if you don't, it's the real deal. Which is helpful if you're up close, but doesn't exactly work if the real idol is all the way across the arena and out of reach of your lockdown. So just stick with watching which idol the minions worship, or which idol is shooting the biggest beams. But hey, one more good move is never a bad thing. Good call, comment section. You get a gold star today. Oh hey, look, a live-action replay of what happens to my stomach when I eat dairy. Thanks, cheese demons. But before we press on, I've got some unfinished business to attend to. Come on, Frank. Substance is over. Pack your things. I've got a job for you when you get out. Frank here is the advanced magic teacher for demon souls. And while the base magic he has doesn't exactly pique my interest, spells you can get from given to what it does. This is the main reason I've been pushing through 1-3. Turns out, Penetrator isn't just good for, you can use this soul for a spell. And after taking a short deep local riffraff, get your armor. I mean, I know what I would have to do to get your armor, and I wouldn't do that. But thankfully, between learning all the boss's moves with the crossbow only run and the extremely quick attack speed of my dagger, I think we've got this one in the bag. Am I over here? Or am I over here? Or am I... Okay. Second attempt goes much smoother. I take my time, attacking when I can, and then numerous attacks and safely as wouldn't you know it, that's all there was to it. Penetrator defeated, and Silver Demon Soul acquired. Which means I should run back to stage 3 for my new spell. They cost 50 mana to cast, and 2 spell slots to use, but I've got both of those already, so we're in business. Laudamus Lucha. You and I are... Wait, I got a bunch of poppable souls. Let's get this, or this. Oh, shit, we actually didn't that one. Well, balls. That sucks. I was supposed to give the Siri Demon Soul to the blacksmith so he can make me boss weapons. I don't really need the Morian blade this go around, but the Insanity Catalyst would have been a nice boost to my light weapon damage. Bravo, that's what I get for rushing. I mean, it's not like we needed the extra damage, but it would have been a relatively easy way to get more. Not the end of the world, but still a bummer. You know what else is a bummer? Thank you, Demon Souls. Oh, really super cool if you give me that on the phone. You don't need it anymore, sure. Stick to all the worship from 3-2, which is feeling and part of crash. You know what I hate most about this thing? Why does it have hands? I mean, look at them. They're all tiny and creepy. Why does it need hands? With the Heart Rock Low, I can now access all the goodies it was hiding. which means I now have a Ring of Avarice, boosting my soul gain even further, and a Golden Mask. You know, I've never used this thing before. Kinda makes me look like a superhero. Stabby Stephanie, taking the points at Boletaria safe once more. Anyway, back to serious matters. The man-eater plays. I think they're gonna be fine. I'm not sure. Trying to use light weapons to finish the job before the second man-eater can really control. Nothing, not that. This fight's basically over. It's a rag, it'll make you work, make you spend, make you want all of it. It's a man. Tasteful amounts of copyright infringement aside, we've got one more boss to roll through. The sentient piece of yellow fabric. Oh, and the red band beneath it. Him too, I guess. So yeah, time to face the weirdest build in Demon Souls. Wolverine claws, a helmet that completely blocks your screen if you try to wear it yourself. Magic only misses. I get it now, you can break the meta with PvP, but using wonky builds can be a breath of fresh air. This ain't it, Chief. But with all of World 3 cleared in soul form, you now have 2 white places. Who's ready for one of the most convoluted treasure hunts in the game? First things first, unlock this door over by the soul. All the way to the second one where the door's locked. Don't I have all the keys already? Well, yes and no. Turns out, go to World 3-2 in Pure White Tendency, this little wooden platform is here now, which means you can ascend one of the Worshipper Towers even higher. Get to the top of it, and you'll find
Oh my
go
god.
back to the locked door, and now we can. Okay, what the fuck? Apparently, your key isn't for the door, it's for Rydel's cell. And now that he's free, I need to go back to the door. And it's now open. And no, didn't get a new key, just unlocked. And if you go to the end of the cell block, you'll find Rydel's physical body. You can tell it's him because he has the phosphorescent color. And for reasons that I cannot fathom, he has the keys to the rest of the cells. Finally, grab the period, along with the accompanying clues. I didn't think I'd ever say this. I think the quest lines in Dark Souls are pretty more straightforward than this. But in any case, we now have a proper picture. The next area is full of enemies that deserve a good riposte. That's right, it's time for Blight Town Alpha. God give me strength. Actually, in this case, can God grant me dexterity instead? I think I could use that more. Let me just test out that parrying dagger real quick. Yep, that'll work. You know, I've never actually seen the rogue outfit before. What does it look like? It's got a cape. The streets are extended gutters, and the gutters are full of blood. When the trains finally scan over, all the vermin will drown, and all the people will cry. Not gonna lie, I feel like a freaking hero with this outfit on. I think I have a new favorite armor set. Totally worth the near mental breakdown. Speaking of breakdowns, time to see how well I can dismember an entire legion of legions. I'm sure it'll be fine. The walk down to the bottom of the arena got a little sticky, but putting almost 30 points into vitality seems to actually be helping. And if we combine that with the power of La Arma de Luz, as well as my not insubstantial stamina bar, and you've got a Leechmonger fight that ends before it even begins. Another 2-cycle boss. Seriously though, we've hit that point where I'm locked in. Dagger builds have always been my forte, but I've never felt so strong while using them before. This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't even have anything to say about that boss. It's just dead. Maybe this Joker will be enough to slow me down. Wait, Joker, where is she? Where is she? Oh, she's right down there. Sorry for that. Didn't mean to yell at you. Hello, Estrella. I've come to see you. Where is she? Oh, before that, I'm hard at work making new friends. Lots of friends. No, can't have that. I way through each and every one of them, because a friend of Tony's is an enemy of mine. Hey, buddy. Hey, meat man. Ooh, ouch. Why? I'm dead. Nothing to see in the run-up to the boss, if I'm being honest. So let's just skip right to the good stuff. Is what I would say if there was any sort of challenge here to show you. But as those of you who aren't old heroes can see, the boss can easily be leveled up. That is literally the fastest old hero fight I've ever had, bar none. Guess there's only one more boss in World War to go. The one and only boss at any concern is the Storm. Because, as I came to tell, we've got a slight problem. He's out of reach at the moment, and he won't come down until the afternoon. So, for those of you in the audience who read my titles literally, there's your answer. No, you cannot beat demon souls with only daggers. Or any melee weapon, for that matter, aside from the Storm Ruler. But for those of us who aren't afraid of thinking outside the box, I ask you, what is a throwing knife if not a ranged dagger? Now, the damage throwing knives do is absolutely terrible. Easily a garbage tier consumable. And with this in mind, I decided to play around with the minion AI. And wouldn't you know it, I found something interesting. If you hit one of the Storm King minions with a throwing knife as they approach you, they'll not only stop their attack animations, but they'll also keep their same elevation level as they try to turn around and run. Which means, if you throw a knife or two at them and standing at the high point of the arena, you just might find yourself within melee range. Not super useful, especially for the limited range I have with my dagger, but hey, new tech is new tech. And with enough minions killed, Storm King finally comes into range. Time to see what these throwing knives can do. Yeah, no, that's not happening in this lifetime. In desperation, I positioned myself up as high as I could get, with hope that I might be able to just hit the Storm King's tail. But no matter where I stood, it seemed to always be just out of reach. So close, but not close enough. I swear I've seen video proof of someone hitting the Storm King's tail before, but if I did, that was years ago, and for all I know, it was just a fever dream. If you had the same fever dream and know where to find that footage, please let me know. I swear it's real and it can be done, but I can't find any mention of it online anywhere. It's driving me nuts. As it stands, though, it looks like we're going to have to resort to throwing our dagger instead. And while the throwing knives do pitiful damage, the stealth throwing daggers are a different story. 30 damage. That sounds doable. Only one problem. The only way to get more of these things is by grinding out these enemies in 1-3. And it's not exactly... Yeah, no. So instead, I've got a different idea. 3-1 to collect the copper key, then use it to save our new best friend, Blige. Once free from his cage, Blige will meet us in 4-2, and looky here with the grave robber dragged in. Poison-dipped kunai. Because what is a kunai if not a smaller, throwable dagger? Now, the damage they deal is actually worse than the throwing knives, but hit a Storm King minion with 2, that's like poison. Now, don't get me wrong, poison in Demon Souls is a terrible status. There is a reason we never bothered to use the baby's nail earlier in the run. The damage from the poison is so slow and small that you'd probably kill a normal enemy with regular damage before the poison can do much of anything. But in a world where our options are either grind for hours or sit patiently for minutes, I'll take the latter. Because while it's terribly slow, it does work. Eventually. And now, the final well, you hit him with 4 or 5 kunai, surprisingly, the answer is yes. Yes, he can. And now we just have to sit and wait for him to keel over. We might be here a while. In the interest of speeding up the process, I threw some throwing knives at him every time he passed overhead, which didn't do a whole lot, but it did enough. And after a few minutes of patiently throwing knives into the eye of the storm, we've done it. Storm King defeated, which means we've only got one more boss to go. Note, for those of you who know how to have fun and stuck around to see the rest of the video despite it technically good, I've got a little tidbit for you. You know how people are always complaining that they don't like the new concept of movie? Next time they complain about it, what they realize they can change it back. If you go into the camera options, you can change the filter, and then set it so that it persists in-game, not just during camera mode. That should shut them up for a bit. You're welcome. Time for the final level, 1-4, the King's Tower. Our first obstacle is the King's Guard, who are an absolute hassle if you try to take them all on at the same time, but nothing worth thinking too long about if you can get them alone. Just hack down the sword, backstab the Guardian, and get in close to the company. It's just a casual stroll past the food and you're inside the palace proper. Oh, hey, it's Estrava. What are you doing here, buddy? Turns out, Estrava wants us to go back to 1-1 to go get a sword to fight the king. Estrava, this is a dagger. I can't use that. Oh, great. He took that personally. Now he's pouting. Oh, seriously? You're that bad about it? I can't use swords. Bitch. Not people. Oh, come on. Well, I guess we might as well see what he's going on about. The run's almost over anyway.
Snyder.
My Spanish teacher is still fucking.
What?
No,
And she's just great.
you're bad now, too.
What the leg bug?
Everyone uses the sword being so sensitive today. Ooh, baby, you've got a little. But it's okay. After wailing on him for a little bit, Old King Doran decides that I'm worthy to take the sword and use it against the king. I mean, I'll take the sword, but I'm not going to use it. Pretty sure I made that abundantly clear earlier. Now, you can fight Doran if you want to, but there's not really a point. He's just a dude with a sword, and easy enough to defeat. The only thing he drops if you kill him is his food through stamina regeneration, which I don't need, and his armor set, which I can't. Yeah, let's move on. On to the second to last boss in the game. Old Doran. This will be. Oh, wait, no. He's a pushover. Just turn on light weapon, put your dagger in 1 or 2.
Demon's Souls is widely considered to be the easiest Souls game out of them all, but somehow it still hadn't been anything like this. So how much of my sanity will I lose in the process of going to the platinum? That first game was the platinum, right? Look at the total. Take my brain for enemies until I came across my first boss. Yeah, Vanguard Demon. So they think I have the skills necessary to beat a boss already. I mean, I played Souls games, so should have the foundation. This dude is chunky. My weapon feels like no damage at all. Let me try some magic. Oh, that does more damage. Let me see. You have to do better. Focus too even if you do, you're gonna die anyways, so it didn't matter. So I made it here and started exploring, trying to find the right boss and ran into a little bit of a problem. Those are enemies? Beginners should go with them. Are they sure? Yeah. You see? Like, bro, why would he tell me to, I have to run all the way back over that clock? There's so many enemies to get there. I'm just gonna die. Like, this is so bad. Are you sick? Thank you for looking at that stupid message from me to go there, bro. Like, literally just deceived me. Now, 2004, that's the train. Because, idiot. And then, they had a high amount of appraisals as well. It's this dude right here. Beginners should go here first. Let me go down here and say, look forward to Archstone. Okay, I mean, congrats, I guess. Where am I supposed to go? There's really an this can't be the way. You look like it's
Oh!
pick your foot. Oh, wait, what's going on up here?
That's right. Is he gonna kill them all?
Thank you! Let's go!
You gotta make a break for it. Make a break for it before he does it. Okay, I think we're safe. Progress is being made. And then I made it to the first boss that would give me a trophy for killing it. He's protected by all these little spawn minions or whatever they are. So you have to take them out one by one and then get an opening and then kill them. Very easy fight. Phalanx, you are about to go down. The job is done. He's dead. We got Phalanx's trophy. Let's go. After the fight, we went back to the Nexus, which was the hub of this game. Started exploring around a little bit, and when I saw something pretty crazy, I was like, what the heck? My blade. Maxed out. Probably double that. Someone's be telling me I can touch grass. Let's do this game. I advance. Take the next boss.
Oh my god.
Okay, I think I have to kill these archers first, maybe? Oh my gosh, I'm almost dead already.
Okay, I took out all the archers. Can I kill him now? Bro, I have 4,000 souls. I can't afford to die, bro. Okay, we're gonna try to get him. Okay, this is working. Oh my god, that's big damage. Deal. Oh my gosh. Get up, get up! Attack him. No! I died. Do I have to do all of that again? Now you might have noticed I only have half health the entire time. That's because I'm playing in soul form. I didn't want the world tendency to shift towards black by having to behind my body form. That made my game. Oh my gosh, man! There goes the 4,000 souls I lost to Tower Knight. I didn't even get a chance to retrieve them. But here we are again in the fight. Alright, let's try this again, man. Me failing the first time was actually a blessing in disguise because I didn't realize at the time that there was a trophy for defeating the Tower Knight without taking out any archers. Once I realized, I went in again without trying to kill anyone. I gotta speed. Oh, he fell. Hits in, get hits in. Okay, he's getting up. Okay, we can repeat that process. We should be good. Bro, he one-shot me! Like, come on! I was really struggling, so I looked at a tutorial to help me fight. Turns out you get more damage in when you hit his head while he's on the floor. And so I did exactly that while two-handing the weapons. Come on! Hit him! Yes! Finally! Tower Knight's trophy! Oh, and we should get the other one. Yes! One shall fall. Okay, it took me a few tries. I've got 10,000 souls. I can finally upgrade. This would be my first time upgrading in my playthrough, and it was huge because I needed to get another trophy for fighting the same boss again. But this time I have to help another player with the fight. And upgrading my health was all along. Next game, 17,000 souls increases my power. Yes. Let's see how much my health just went up. Oh, baby! Let's go! So, I have to use a blue eye stone. Leave soul sign to help other hearts. So someone's gonna need help fighting Tower Knight. So they're gonna summon me, and that's when I'm gonna take the man out and get a trophy. So now we wait. Come on, bro. I know you need help. Getting washed. I just beat the man. I know how to do it. Bro, can somebody, like, summon me? Please, man? No one need help? Can summon me? Oh, yeah. There we go. Summon to Flew Rocks. I don't know how to say that dude's name. Come on, bro. Let's do this. You need help? I'm the GOAT. They don't know I'm the best Demon Souls player on PS5. That's the problem. But we're about to find out. Oh, why am I not getting any help? Three of us working in tandem. Look, he's dead. He's dead. All right. Give me that trophy, please, and thank you. Return to form. Let's go. Next one. This right here for the second attempt. All right, let's try this again. Oh my god, let me grab my gold at least. I can't even get the clothes. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. Maybe straight? Grab the soul. Yes. Come on, man. Get these webs off me. How's that? Can't do that, please.
No! I'm actually about to crash out.
I just started. I'm still getting used to this. Every time I get into these Souls games, I'm always like really bad at the beginning. But I don't know, people were telling me I was good at Sekiro apparently. But I don't know, it didn't feel like it. And then this is different from Sekiro, because Sekiro is like a parry game. And the flexing that's but this guy's almost dead. Alright, he should be dead right now. Yes! Second attempt, Armor Spider's trophy. Let's go. Demon Vanquish. From there, I moved on to the Flame Lurker boss, who was giving me a little bit of trouble at first. Oh my gosh! Okay. Weapon damage, great. Getting repaired. Oh, that's damage. Yeah. to get him low. Right.
Oh my god, I'm actually about to crash out.
Which I cannot. This is not a hard fight. I don't know how I died there. I mean, I got him pretty much halfway. That's kind of tough, but whatever. Hopefully, this time will be the one. I got more heals this time around. Okay, under halfway. No, back up. I'm healing a lot more than I would have liked. But we took him down. Let's go. Is he gonna blow up? Back up. I don't know. You never know with this game. We got Flame Lurker's trophy. That was big fight there. Now we have to travel to over here, Smithing Grounds, and we just got something from beating this boss. So we have to handle some blacksmith. This next one was definitely the most annoying that I have encountered at this point. I have to invade another person's world and take him down, and it was annoying because I absolutely suck at PvP. Invading a blacksmith. Okay, here we go. Invaded Cody Wooden's world. Cody Wooden's world. There he is right there. Okay. What? This guy's He's bad. He's bad. What? No, I'm about to die.